Good morning, everyone. So, yesterday got really busy for me. So busy, in fact, that no kidding, I legit forgot to eat dinner last night. So, if you can believe it, though, I'm actually not really that hungry. Hmm. I mean, I would still say that's my low because, you know, I know people say breakfast is the most important meal of the day, but come on, there's just something. I always felt that dinner is just important just because, I mean, when you think of fancy food related parties, I don't know, dinner just comes to mind, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, my low is I didn't really have any dinner last night. My high is I did get to spend some time with my folks yesterday. That was really good. I got to see my nephews. We walked around the streets of the upper streets of Corning. It was great. I gotta go for a walk. Um, and my act of kindness is, well, for one thing, I helped my mom watch my nephews in the afternoon. But here's the thing, she takes out she has like half a watermelon saved, and she just left it outside for like by accident. So I put it away for her. So yeah, that's what I did for her. Actually, before I get into AGT, I really got to talk about my nephews first. Good morning and happy hump day, everybody. I'm not gonna lie, this week actually feels a little bit on the slow side. Anyway, so this is the first time I went on a long walk with my nephews in a good while, and my mom and I just went I forget the name of the street, Delvin or something like that. It's on the hills of Corning, and one thing my nephews. Oh, yeah, they're my boys. Why not? I'll call them my boys. They're my nephews. One thing my nephews are really into are they really like flags, and there's just one house that is just plastered with American flags from head to toe. Their walkway has little flags on the side of it. They're hanging this giant flag like a curtain from a tree. There's an American flag on the top center window above the front door. There's little what are those things called? Not curtains, but you hang them from a window and they look like this kind of. Yeah, a bunch of those. They're American flag colors. And my mom and sorry, I was yawning right there. I'm sorry. My mom and I are trying to teach them flag songs, we tried teaching them "America the Beautiful," "Grand Old Flag." I think that was oh right, "God Bless America." That's another one we did. Actually, I think that might be my cue to talk about America's Got Talent right now. So, America's Got Talent. What wound up happening yesterday? Well, saw some really good acts, for sure. A few original songs. I'll get into one particular individual song later. There was a funny guy wearing a giant yellow Minion shirt. It looked like it was a Minion. It might have been SpongeBob, actually. I gotta take a better look at it. He was hilarious, to be sure. Let's see, what else? Sorry, everything just got so busy, and again, I didn't really get much dinner last night, so I'm kind of mentally running on fumes. Forgive me. Let's see. Oh, I remember Mr. Pants. There was literally a guy dressed as a giant pair of pants. He was a good guy. We like Mr. Pants. And everyone did too. He's just doing a whole bunch of pants-related puns. And they were great. Oh, Ah, man, I really am getting tired. Um, Another, I mean, again, there's a bunch of accidents. Oh, this one like death-defying guy who was like French, I think. No, no, he was no, the magician was French, and he did this like where there's like a screen in front of him, and he's able to manipulate everything where like he can make like an object come to life just by like sort of like picking up off the screen. That was a really good magic trick. It really was. I really had like the theme I think I've been seeing this season so far is not only are the acts good, which they are, but they're unique. You never really see acts like this pop up that often. And it's refreshing when they do. It's really, really cool when it does. Okay, so there was that. There was right the Spanish guy who was born in Cuba, but then he lives in Spain, where he stacks like a bunch of like things and he's got like balance on them. That was really cool. Really, really cool. There's this one choir that I absolutely have to say got me like right in the 90s nostalgia feels because actually I didn't realize this like tag in my shirt was sticking out. I don't think you could even tell it was even there. Anyway, where was I? Right. This one choir who they were doing well, you remember the other week where that little girl was going like "Wah!" for like her singing. Imagine an entire choir doing this. And they're doing that one like classic orchestral song. But like they're like like it was like metal is all get out, right? And then it got to the 90s by doing Toxic by Brittany Spears. Again, well, it's like, I don't know the lyrics to Toxic. I'm not gonna lie. Like, just that iconic sound, like, you're toxic, like that song, right? I'm like, this is genius. It's funny. It's a great way for people like me to remember the 90s. Because kids at home, man, know this. I mean, because here's the thing. Britney Spears has been in all sorts of disputes and trouble for Lord knows how long now. But there really was a time in the 90s where the likes of her, Christina Aguilera, TLC, 3LW, like, women were starting to take over when it came to, being, stars that were, like, really popular. Sorry. I have some in my eye in. I had a yawn, unbelievable. Like, really, here's the thing. Like, female singers, weren't anything new. But it resonates with me because, like, these are famous singers that I grew up listening to. Admittedly, I say grew up listening to. I wasn't actively seeking them out. I mean, this was during a time when, because actually we are still in Pride Month. I guess it is okay for me to talk about this. See, like, growing up, like, it's, how do I put this? You don't know whether or not, like, man, how am I going to talk about this? All right, I know I say. Growing up, I didn't like girls yet. I mean, if you liked girls, you were made fun of by the guys, and you want to be one of the guys. So, it wasn't until I was like about to turn like 13 and that's when I liked girls. So by that point, it was the early 2000s, and I believe Oops, I Did It Again by Brittany Spears had came out maybe a year and a half earlier, I think. Maybe. Sorry, my knowledge of music is kind of isn't what you would consider world class. I'm just telling you what I feel. I'm just telling you what I remember. But you know, to put things into perspective, like if you went to a boys' party, which I mean, come on, it's a boys' party. You gotta invite the boys, right? If you went to a boys' party, getting something like a Britney Spears CD or a Christina Aguilera CD, like that was a gag gift. I guess nowadays, actually everyone's much more accepting now. So even if you were trying to do this as a gag gift, it really wouldn't come across that way. But I guess, let's say that stuff like that happens today. If a boy goes to an all boys party and you want to give like a girl CD a gag gift, it would probably be like, I don't know, Billie Eilish or Olivia Rodrigo. Like something along those lines that you're going to all boys party and he doesn't want to listen to, girl music, but hey, here's a girl CD. Like that's funny. That actually happened to me once. Yeah, I got a Britney Spears CD for my birthday from a friend of mine when I was really little. And yeah, we all had at the time I didn't think it was funny, but looking back, yeah, it was a good gag gift. That's really how people were back then. I mean, I think they're still like that now. Someone let me know if getting gag gifts like that is still a thing. Like if you go to an all boys party and you give them say a Billie Eilish CD, that's a gag gift. I don't know. Maybe it is. But that's the times I lived in. And during those times, the folks like Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera, those females, they were taking over. I mean, don't get me wrong. We had some good, guy bands too. I mean, I grew up listening to the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, even though I gravitated more toward Backstreet Boys than NSYNC. Although I like to think the Backstreet Boys were the most successful. Well, technically, I think they're all still together. I hope they are. They're actually a really cool group of guys. Not to mention, one of the Backstreet Boys is named Nick, so yay me. Seriously, Nick and AJ are the only two guys whose names I remember. Meanwhile, in NSYNC, you got Lance Bass, Joey Fatone, Justin Timberlake. I'm not gonna lie. I remember more of the names of the people from NSYNC than I do from Backstreet Boys. Whatever. So before I sign off, I gotta talk about the Golden Buzzer, who is one girl named Lily, and she wrote a song called Daydream, and her story was quite fascinating, where she wrote it in a time of her life where things were going great. She just got a record label. She was literally living her daydream. And then her mom got cancer. She had to be her full-time caretaker. She lost the record label. So it was very fitting that a song that she wrote in a time where she was happy, and then the meaning changed over time. That's just beautiful. It is. It's one of the most beautiful things I think I've ever heard. So I thought that really fitting that Heidi Klum wound up giving it, the Golden Buzzer. I mean, it moved her to tears, and it moved a lot of people in the audience to tears. It was a good song. That's all it was. So yeah, that's the last of the Golden Buzzers, and usually I think there's a few more episodes of auditions. None of them's ever really going to win the Golden Buzzer unless something happens. But, I don't know who's to say. But as of this moment, all 5 people, the judges and Terry Crews, they had their golden buzzers. They did their golden buzzers, so that's it. But yeah, it was a good episode all around. It was great hearing Toxic. Seriously, I think that might have been the first time I've heard Toxic by Brittany Spears in quite a while. So honestly, it was kind of lethargic. It was what's the word? Cathartic, that's the word. It was kind of cathartic. I got to talk about, female singers of the 90s. And leave it to AGT to bring that out of me. Like, favorite, share, hit the subscribe button, follow me on the social media platforms, turn on those notifications on YouTube. I am very humble and made this video for all of you guys to watch and enjoy for today. Hopefully a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. And remember, the reason why I talk and channel to be here to learn. Always everybody, take care and make good choices. See ya.